Hey parents, I just wanted to send this out to you to give you a little insight into a cool vision that's going to be happening in Calvary Youth this year for both 678 and HSM. And it's actually starting this weekend for our global weekend. And here's what the initiative is. It's going to be putting our youth in the main sanctuary for services more often than it happens. You'll actually see it happen 12 times this year. Now, before you freak out, before you think, oh man, the youth team just wants to have an off weekend, they don't want to run service. I don't know what thought goes through your head when I say this, but I want you to hear the heart behind this. This has been something that's been developing in the hearts of the youth team. This has been something developing in the heart of even Pastor Doug. As I've had opportunities to sit down, share this vision with him, our heart is beating the same for this vision. And here's why we think this is so important. There's two main reasons. If you've been going to Calvary for a short amount of time, or maybe it's been your home church for years, there's something that we've noticed that through Calvary Kids and 678 and HSM, that it's very easy to never go to church together as a family outside of maybe Christmas and Easter. So one of the biggest reasons we want to make this change, not every weekend, like I said, of the 52 weekends in the year, it's going to happen 12 times. So there's 40 weekends where we still have youth services. But this is an opportunity for families to do church together. This is an opportunity for a young man, maybe a sixth grader or a seventh grader, to sit next to his dad in church and see his dad taking notes during the Bible study, getting to learn from that example, getting to see that his dad is taking God's word seriously, is writing down notes, and maybe that'll be a habit that instead of me every weekend saying, hey, pull out your journals and take notes, they'll see, oh, dad does this. Maybe I'll do this. Or maybe there's a young lady in service, a ninth grade girl, 10th grade girl, who's standing next to her mom during worship, and she looks over and sees mom's eyes closed and hands raised, just praising and worshiping the Lord. Instead of us continually telling our students, here's why we worship, here's how to worship, here's what we do, maybe they'll see that example and they'll learn from mom, learn from dad, why we do these things. So this will provide an incredible opportunity for families to do church together, but not just that. Here's the second reason, is we're seeing young people not just leaving the church, but leaving their faith at an alarming rate. So here's our hope, here's our prayer, because we believe one of the reasons this is happening is once they graduate high school, they don't know where to go. Maybe they go away to college, maybe they stay local, maybe these things, but they don't know church outside of youth ministry. So suddenly they feel lost in that big sanctuary. They don't feel at home in that big sanctuary. There's a new voice speaking to them in that big sanctuary. It's a completely different environment. And when you feel like you've lost your sense of belonging, it's very easy to stray from those things you've believed in. So our hope, our prayer is that our students start to feel at home, not just in youth ministry, but in the main sanctuary. That they'll look at Pastor Doug as one of their pastors, that they'll actually partake in worship in the sanctuary, and they'll sit under the teachings in there. And not just that, but they'll be integrated into everything you do and everything that we do in there. We'll actually be seeing our youth worship team leading worship. We'll be seeing students on stage. We'll be seeing students in the hallway in the new believers room encouraging people as they give their life to Jesus. There'll be students in that back room praying with them, connecting with them, sharing the hope they have in Jesus and how to continue what your next step is in your walk with him. So we'll be seeing students getting plugged in all over the church, not just in youth ministry, but so many other serving opportunities. So that way when they graduate, they'll feel at home here. They'll feel a sense of belonging here, of identity, of purpose. So please, if you have any questions about this, if you would like to talk about this more, I'm going to put my number and my email at the bottom of the screen here. You can feel free to reach out to me, but we didn't want to throw this at you unexpectedly, but we wanted you to hear the heart behind this. We are so excited to get to join you guys this weekend and for 11 more weekends this year. Thank you guys so much for watching this.